This is Everson Griffin with the Minnesota Vikings. I'm here with Cujo and Clay, and you're watching Outside the Box.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time you're joining us, America. We are glad to have you. With me is a panel that is special. Just kidding. Joe Molina, how are you?
Doing great.
That's good to hear. Cujo.
Je suis ravi d'être ici.
Fabrice, I'm in Blave.
No, what I said was I'm glad to be here. It's fine.
Sure.
That's
Don't
good,
be
that's
shocked.
good. Oui. Jason Dora, how are you feeling?
Always great to be on the show.
That's good. Jason is always glad to be on the show.
Always.
I am the host, Clay Oba, and I do not speak French. All right, so first topic, let's dive into it. Can anybody beat the Miami Heat? They are on fire, winning every game, winning easily. They destroyed my Chicago Bulls. Jason, we'll start with you. Can anybody take down Miami this year? And I don't mean in a regular season game. I mean when it counts.
When it counts in the playoffs, I think there's plenty of teams that could beat them in the playoffs. I mean, yes, they are the Miami Heat. We know Cujo. They have LeBron and D-Wade. And right now, yeah, they're on that hot streak. But it's the NBA, and in a playoff series, you never know what can happen. I think the Thunder have a legit chance. Clippers, if they catch fire at the right time, I know they're definitely a little, sometimes they're on, sometimes they're off. The Bulls with the healthy contingent on a healthy Derrick Rose, they'd need that. Otherwise, and the Spurs have the best record, but they're just too old. But I think there's definitely 3 or 4 teams, maybe the Pacers too.
Okay. Cujo, what do you think?
3 or 4? How about 1? There's only one legit. If you look at the big picture, there's only one legit team that has a chance to beat Miami.
Who's that?
And that's not in the East. There's only one team. That's the Spurs. Now, we know the Spurs are always good regular season, but there's something different about them this year. You know what that is?
I'm sorry.
Kawhi Leonard has developed into a star. You know, no, Kawhi, no. It sounds funny. No. Obviously, it's not the news story that I'm a big Miami person. But I tell you what,
I like the Miami Heat and LeBron James.
Whoa, oh my God.
That's a surprise.
I feel enlightened right now.
Understand one thing. As a Miami fan, I'm afraid to play the Spurs in the finals. I don't want to see them. I'd much rather play OKC, Clippers, or anybody else. The Spurs they play kind of the same style, except they don't have that one-on-one player anymore. I mean, that used to be Ginobili at times, but I mean, they're so better matched with Miami than any other team. Their shooters are all around the perimeter, just like Miami plays with Ray Allen, Mario Chalmers, and Shane Battier, and with LeBron, Bosh, and D-Wade doing their thing in the paint. It's the same thing with the Spurs. Tony Parker goes in the paint, kicks out. Sometimes you're going to see Tim Duncan, little bank shot, money, Kawhi Leonard on the 3. All these guys are just nasty shooters, and the team, they understand. They're the definition of a team.
So they're going to beat Miami?
I mean, who can say? I mean,
a percentage.
Percentage of who has a better chance to win. Miami
No,
has a.
obviously
if they play in
that-
the finals,
If they play in the finals, Miami could win 4-3. I see. This is
7 games?
For 7 games, the Spurs are no joke.
Wow.
I see
Wait.
Miami winning 4-3 if they were to meet in the finals.
All right.
The Spurs is not a joke.
Joe,
All right,
tell us.
we'll break this down into top teams in the league. You got Atlantic Division, New York, Brooklyn. Nope. Central, Indiana, Chicago. Indiana maybe with a healthy Rose maybe for Chicago. Southwest, you got obviously Miami. Northwest, OKC, maybe Denver, probably not. Pacific, you got Clippers and Lakers. And you got
Lakers?
Southwest,
Lakers.
San Antonio. Right now, no team can beat the Miami Heat. And if there was a team, it'd have to be OKC. And I like San Antonio. I mean, they're 45-13 in the league. They're doing pretty hot, but like you said, they're old. But
Okay.
my prediction is Miami Heat 5 games.
I like how you,
Five.
I like how you broke it down. I like how you broke it down. You all make fair points. If we're talking about matchups, I think the Bulls with a healthy Derrick Rose would have the best shot of beating them, and I don't think it'll happen. I don't really think there's much of a chance. But if we're putting it to chances, I think if Derrick Rose comes back, that he makes tough matchups for Miami. The Bulls can grind out a series unlike any of those other teams and play tough
That's
defense.
true. That is very true.
And they can play on the boards. I mean, when they lost to Miami in 5 games a year ago, you got to remember every game came down to the last 30 seconds. So it could have went either way, and maybe they have a little more scoring. I don't think anybody's going to beat Miami at this point. But
Doesn't look like
at this point, I mean, we're only in late February, so it's a long time before June to see what, until we see what happens with injuries and all that.
Yeah, I'm astounded that you can come in here and tell me that there's only one team
There really
that has
is.
a chance of being the Miami
The
Heat.
Pacers played good. They beat them in the regular season, but in the playoffs they can't.
Boston took
Boston.
the Heat to 7 games last year. The Pacers played with them.
What
in the
other
playoffs.
team-
I'm not saying Boston's going to beat them this year.
What
Thank you.
saying
What
that-
other team?
Jason is
playoff-
wishful thinking. Sure,
in a
everybody.
playoff series,
Sure,
anyone can
everybody
play with
has.
them.
Everybody has
Name
a
a team that
chance.
can match up with the Heat right now.
Right now, the Spurs, as he said, the
Yeah,
Thunder.
Not the Thunder. They got men. You know the Thunder have lost 6 straight to Miami. 6 straight.
You saying they can't beat them in the
It
playoffs?
doesn't look like it.
can
Look,
beat them in the
last year
playoffs.
they did.
I
Last
think
year
this
they
is
did
all
4
wishful
straight
thinking right now.
losses.
I don't. Kevin Durant's got to show me something. He didn't
He
show me
can't play
anything in
against
that final
LeBron.
series.
That's
He
a
came
fact.
up so soft, and Russell Westbrook. Oh God, don't even get me started on him. Probably makes some of the dumbest plays and wears some of the worst outfits you could ever imagine.
like a clown.
Well, they're
When
more
now?
mature now.
Look, Durant
Getting
scored.
older.
I don't know.
Yeah,
without
yeah.
Harden,
It's not
and
all
Harden
about
didn't play good in
scoring.
the finals.
You're missing Harden as well,
yeah,
too.
exactly.
They
Now
He
he's
played
gone.
awful in the
And then
finals.
Now
stop
he's
mentioning
gone. I gotta
Durant
be-
like this. Like Durant, just because he scored 34 points or 35.
Okay, but he didn't do anything in the
Right,
finals.
that's
He was-
not. It's a blank 35 points. People look at
His
stats and
friendship
like,
with LeBron
he
does
scores
not
30
help him.
LeBron,
You
owns
guys,
him every
everybody
single
knows the best
game.
way to take advantage of LeBron. You got to talk to him. You got to get in his head.
Right, get in his head a little
You
bit.
can't just be nice
Talk
to
to
him.
Paul Pierce back in Cleveland days. That's what he used
I
to
could
do.
see it
though.
when he was guarding. He was like, "Oh, LeBron, you're really good."
Yeah, they're
I'm not
best
going to
friends
guard
too.
you
So
tonight.
that gives
Yeah.
an advantage to LeBron. So Durant's
LeBron-
gotta get.
LeBron's smart.
and
He knows
Durant's
to
gotta
help
get
him
bigger
out.
too. Okay, get bigger. I mean, I'm bigger than him.
I think.
What is this?
wide.
He's got to get bigger.
I think
Did you
if the
see his
Thunder,
arms?
I think if
you know
the
Durant only weighs 20 less pounds than LeBron.
yeah, because
But LeBron's
he's
muscle.
6'10" and a half.
Right.
He's,
That's the
he's
thing.
an inch taller.
No, LeBron's six. Well, people say
pretty
LeBron's
He's longer.
6'8".
He's got longer
LeBron's
arms.
6'8". Durant's like 6'10" and a half.
Right.
You
He's
watch
an
them stand
inch,
up to each
maybe
other, but
two
Durant's
taller.
much taller.
6'8", 260. That's
yeah, we
huge.
know Durant's a little smaller.
The Thunder,
Little.
the Thunder could beat the Heat, but the reason I don't think they will is because of Durant.
Or
And I
James
know
Harden.
that hurts all the Caleb Robs of the world. They're just in love with the guy.
Right.
But look, he came up so small, and I don't think losing Harden is that big of a deal for them in the finals because Harden played awful anyway.
Wow.
I think against San Antonio, that's what I'm wondering because he was the best player in that series.
Yeah, he did.
He made so many clutch
So many
baskets
big
for them.
threes. He
So
hit
I don't
so
know if
many
they're going to get
threes,
past
yeah.
San Antonio. I wonder.
Well,
but I don't think anybody else really has a legit chance.
They don't have to put Kevin Durant on LeBron.
Look,
There's other matchups.
Who
I
are you
would
going to
love-
put, Cephalosha?
I would love to see the Pacers
Cephalosha.
beat
Last
the
year
Heat,
they
but
did
it's
match
not
up.
I
going
mean,
to
yeah,
happen.
Cephalosha.
Barry Jones is
Last
bigger. Serge Ibaka
right.
could match up on LeBron.
that,
LeBron
enough-
would just cross him over.
Enough
Ibaka?
with that. Enough with that. We're going
Oh,
to move on to the next
Ibaka.
topic. Mark Cuban had obviously took a radio interview, and he talked about maybe the Lakers should amnesty Kobe Bryant. What I want to ask you guys is, should the Lakers find a way to get rid of him? And that means trade, amnesty, whatever they got to do. Joe, we'll start with you.
Really comes down to 2 options. Take it 1, get rid of him. Kobe's got 2-3 seasons left. He's old, obviously, and the team is very old right now. I mean, average the whole team, it's about 29 years old. Trade him, get rid of him, get some draft picks, get some young talent just circulating in the Lakers franchise. There's that option. There's the other option. Kobe's been playing with the Lakers for a while now. They've caused the Lakers to be successful, and he's the face of the Lakers. You got to respect Kobe for all his work with the Lakers and
Oh,
keep
yeah,
him on the
definitely,
team.
definitely.
So.
Yeah. I like to start off by saying Mark Cuban is just a dumbest owner in the league. I mean,
What?
No, yeah, he really is.
You won a
Joe,
championship
no,
a couple
shut your
years
mouth.
ago. With the Dallas
Dumbest
Mavericks.
owner
That was
in this
small.
league.
He's the
He's
dumbest
a
owner.
genius.
A genius?
He's probably the best
All right.
owner in the league.
No, that's a
billionaire.
joke.
How's that a joke?
And
What were
how
the Dallas
does he own
Mavericks
the
before
Mavericks?
Mark Cuban? Nothing.
Well, they're nothing now. Now, see, just because they won a championship, what did he do? He
Just
didn't
'cause
he
they
didn't make
won
any big trades.
Just because they won.
He didn't make.
He beat LeBron. Can't you
He
honor
was he
that?
on the court? Don't tell me he beat LeBron.
No, he
was
put
he on the
together a
court?
team that did.
All right, that's not even my point. Let's go back to Kobe. I just wanted to say that he's dumb for saying amnesty Kobe. If you're gonna do anything with Kobe, the best is just trade him. Amnesty him, that's disrespectful. The guy got to 5 championships, and you're gonna amnesty him? That's a retarded idea. It's not right.
Whoa.
What I think is, if you're gonna get rid of him, trade him. You don't amnesty your best player. You don't do it because they brought you so much
All right,
money,
we've
championship,
heard
respect.
enough talking from you, Jason.
Amnesty.
I don't really like the idea of amnestying Kobe either. This Lakers team, they're going nowhere this year. Who knows about next year? If they
Next year, the year after that.
I doubt they'll go anywhere
down.
next year
Just say
either.
for a while.
But 2014, 2015, they have less than $10 million committed to that season right now. So they're going to have 50.
Because they're going for LeBron.
Exactly. LeBron's a free agent that year. Andre Iguodala,
he's not
Luol
going.
Deng, Kyle Lowry. There's plenty of guys they can go out and get that year. So don't commit anything more to Kobe. If you want to keep him for these 2 seasons, so be it. Pay him. If you can get something good from him in a trade, I'd do that too.
All right,
So,
all right. Well, I would trade him. I would try to get
that's
some
the best
value for
idea,
him.
right.
This team is going nowhere. They're at the point where they're like, they got at the top of the hill a couple years ago. They're going straight down for a free fall. They might not even make the playoffs. In the NBA, where more than half the teams make the playoffs. They are only a couple games ahead of the Timberwolves. I mean, that's all we need to say about this. A couple games ahead of the Timberwolves.
a Kevin Love list.
They stink. Yeah, the Kevin Love, they stink. Kobe is not nearly what he used to be. Still a great player. I would take him on my team. But the question is does anybody want him? Does anybody want to pay $27 million?
He's going to take a pay cut for sure. I mean, he's getting older. You cannot keep making $30 million your whole
So
life.
I'll get rid of him, get some value for him. Maybe get a high draft pick, get lucky, get an Oladipo type guy, you know. Help build towards the future because they're going nowhere anyway. All right. LeBron James apparently is changing his pregame routine due to criticism. Cujo, we'll start with you. How do you feel about that?
I think it's a dumb thing. Why does he keep listening to criticism and
'Cause he's soft.
wanting to be loved by everybody? If there's one thing everybody knows on earth, not everybody's going to love you. It's just a fact. People are going to love you. People are going to hate you. It's a fact. You got to move on with it. You take the criticism and make it positive. You don't take criticism and hide yourself. Oh, just
Yeah, that would be the French way. Of doing that.
do what pleases you. This is a free country. Okay, you do what makes you happy. If a pregame routine dunk contest for the fans that are already on the court, then so be it. The fans are
Who
happy.
doesn't
It's
want
fine.
him to do it?
I don't get it. Criticism or not, it's fine. I like seeing it. I can see on ESPN replays, and I'm happy about it. Now I do like him to. I do want him to join the dunk contest, but if you don't want to do it, it's a free country. Do what you're here to do. Play games and win games, not listen to media and Skip Bayless and the Clear Herbals of the world. Yes, I just said that. That was a joke.
Skip Bayless. You're more like Skip Bayless than anybody.
Yeah,
And here's the
could
thing,
be.
Cujo. I don't have a problem with him doing that. So you
Yeah.
don't know what you're talking about.
I
Jason,
think
you know what you're talking about. You're just not with that.
This is just another example of how he's not mentally strong like other guys. We always do the MJ
That's some truth.
comparison.
That's some truth.
He lets the media control him too much.
You saw.
And what fan watching him do that in pregame isn't going to go, why aren't you in the dunk contest? Why are you standing on the
It's
sideline
just a normal
watching?
life thing. Yeah.
So I have no problem with him showing off in pregame. I don't care. But if, I don't know, I just think this just shows LeBron isn't there.
Joseph.
I'd have to agree with Jason on that. I mean, I don't really care. He does it. He can do whatever he wants. Like Cujo said, it's a free country. But
Unlike France.
it just shows that LeBron's weak. He's weak mentally, and he's letting the media manipulate him in a way. So.
Yep. LeBron is very mentally weak. This is nothing new. Great basketball player, phenomenal athlete, good human being for the most part. But
Cleveland.
as far as being mentally tough, he's just not. He's a little, you know. I mean, LeBron plays great when he's at the front of the pack. If you know what I mean. That's how he is, you know. He's a great front runner. There's nothing wrong with that. Tiger Woods was kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
He's a great basketball player, just not something missing, from being the
He
greatest.
doesn't have that knack.
All right, so let's talk about, with LeBron, MVP conversation. Who is your guys' MVP and who is involved in the conversation? Joseph, we'll start with you.
I have to go with LeBron. No other player. I hate to say this.
Why would you hate to say it?
Because it's LeBron James.
Because we don't like LeBron.
But I hate to say this. He's the best player in the NBA, hands down. If there's any other player, I mean, it's Tony Parker. If he leads his team deep into the playoffs, maybe. But just LeBron, hands down.
Okay, Cujo.
MVP, so.
I mean, it's like, I don't want to exaggerate just because everybody knows I'm a LeBron fan, but it seems like he's up here.
I don't know if anybody knows that.
I mean, he's up here and everybody else is down there. I mean, every night. No, every night. That's not even exaggerating. Every night he shows.
Yeah, I would say that's exaggerating.
Do you realize that Jordan, Kobe, Durant, all these players that are great scorers, do you realize he's got the best, like, overall, on pace, overall kind of thing, points? He seems like he doesn't score a lot. But
Wait,
he doesn't.
what do you mean by that?
But what I mean is, you know how you talk about on pace to this, on pace to that?
You mean for his career?
Career, right?
Yeah, because
It feels like Jordan has a
started
30.
in the NBA when he was 18.
Right, that too. And then also that he's a consistent scorer. Every night, he gets 25 or higher.
Except when he had 16.
One in like
go.
1,000 games, Clay. See that why you gotta be disrespectful every time?
You just said he gets 25 every night, and I pointed out that on
every
Tuesday
night
he got
stretching
16.
it a little bit. I'm stretching it a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? This is a fact.
You're stretching.
He's a
It's
consistent.
not a fact, though.
He's a consistent
You can say
27,
it's
7, and
consistent
7.
for the most part.
And
but
this
it's not a fact.
season, the guy's averaging 27.3, third in the league.
In an era where you go to the lane and you call a foul.
Yeah, whatever. You know, people talk about LeBron getting fouls. Do you realize when Jordan played, he got into the pit, he got the call. I mean, it seems like he was
He got mauled. He got mauled.
in the playoffs.
He would get
completely
in the
the
playoffs.
opposite.
Lord, what is
You can go into the paint, get tackled, and not get
Go
foul
back to the
called,
point.
and
Now
now you get touched.
Jordan
You get
got,
touched.
he got free
Foul,
he got free
tackle.
calls.
Lord.
He got free calls.
Oh, my Lord.
Let's go back to the point.
You are
No,
unbelievable.
let's go back. Let's go back to the point.
Unbelievable.
Last night,
If I
let's
could
go-
drop a swear word right now, I'd do it on you.
Let's go back to my point. During this 12-game winning streak, he's been the best player. That's no new story. Although D-Wade has come back strong.
Big deal.
Although D-Wade's come back strong. Right.
You make a lot of great points, but then you just say some things that are
Right.
so outlandish. I can't
Yeah,
deal
can
with
I
it.
finish my point?
Finish your point.
LeBron is ahead of everybody. This is a fact. Any basketball mind that knows what they're watching knows that he's the best player by far. Okay? He does it all on the court. Last night, 40 points, 16 assists, career high. That's the first time anything's been done like that by the great Kevin Johnson back in 92 or 93, I think.
All right.
So, I mean, stuff
We
like
get
that
it.
just gets you the MVP.
You like LeBron.
That's a fact.
I understand.
Whoop-de-doo.
Fair
I am
point, fair
absolutely sick of hearing about this run LeBron is on.
Why?
He's shooting.
How can you be such a
He's shooting 50, 60%
the best
from
shooting
the
percentage of a
field.
month since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He has a good
Thanks.
shooting
So
percentage because he gets all his points from the free throw line because he goes to the
No,
lane.
he does. He's a
They-
75%
He goes to the
also
lane,
shooter.
they call a foul.
And he's a pass first
God
player.
forbid he
Okay,
touch LeBron.
he's at the
Go ahead,
basket. He should finish.
Of course
This
he
great.
finishes.
He had this great streak.
Don't talk about finishing. He's the best finisher in NBA history. Don't even talk about finishing.
I
Don't talk about
just said
finishing.
it. I just
Let's
said
talk
it.
about
Finisher in
finishing.
NBA history.
Yes, finish.
No, that's not true
Jordan.
either.
No.
Jordan?
Yes.
Jordan.
Better dunker, had a better
Better
at
technical
layups,
dunker.
Better dunker,
better
better at
technical
layups,
dunker.
better
Hey,
finishing at the
remember this
basket,
one?
and better free throw
Swish
shooter.
hands
LeBron
over there.
did it too. Search
Oh my
YouTube.
God. No one ever said it like that. Anyway, I said.
Go
yes,
ahead.
I said
Don't lie.
LeBron's
Don't
a great
lie.
I
Say
remember
the
finisher.
LeBron
facts.
against Boston in the playoffs.
You see?
Free throw, clutch time.
So disrespectful. There you go.
Clink.
Why you gotta be so disrespectful? We're talking about one thing, you move on. That is blasphemous. You
you
are
said-
ridiculous.
No, you are ridiculous. He said, no, Cujo, you gotta understand, you can't switch the subject and then somebody
I'm
else
not
talks
switching
about
the
the subject.
subject.
You just said best finisher at the basket ever, and that is
And that's a
blasphemous.
fact. Look at percentage
my
of finish.
Lord.
You know there's a stat.
Do you know what I
for
said?
percentage
The
of
things
finishes?
that come out of your mouth.
Look at the stats before you talk, Clint. Please.
Look at the stats before I talk.
Do you know there's stats called percentage of finishing?
Oh my
That's a
Lord.
fact.
Oh
Go on
my
and
God.
get that.
Okay, that's
check
Oh,
these.
you-
That's fantastic.
You should
Better
be
than Jordan.
banned
Check
from
his stats before you
talking
talk.
about sports.
Go ahead.
No, you can't use
Go
stats.
ahead.
Watch the games. Go back and
Your
watch the
eyes
classic
can fool
game.
you.
Your,
Play.
your eyes can fool you too.
Even the camera people are laughing at you right now.
Whatever. They don't know what they're laughing at. Talk.
Okay.
They're laughing at a French individual.
I've pretty
who
much
sounds so
lost
goofy
my
right
point
now.
now.
Yeah, what else?
Even
is
your
new?
brother in Italy was going to turn.
What I was going
turn it
back
off right
to
now.
is
Please don't leave us.
I couldn't care less about LeBron's 10-game streak in the middle of the season. Do it in crunch time. Anyway, back to the MVP conversation. MVP conversation. All that said, right now LeBron's the MVP. Okay.
Say it with a smile, Jason.
I
Smile.
I can't do that. I'm not happy about it.
Cujo.
I'm not happy
Cujo.
LeBron's
Oh,
MVP.
John Kuzi just sent me a text from the control room, and he wants you to know that there are stats called rings.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or
That is a
that's
good
called
one.
age. The guy's only 28.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
He's
Jordan was Jordan was only
se-
28 when he won his first championship.
And how many? This
and
is
LeBron's
10th year in the
10th
NBA.
season.
That's
10th
not.
season.
That's
You
not
can't compare
what.
like that
You
because
can't
that
compare.
was-
Why can't you compare like that?
See?
You make all these rules.
If your age, we'll talk about age. Not how many years you've been.
What do you
in the
mean?
league.
You can't
Jordan
define
went
what
to
I want to
college
talk about.
because he wasn't good enough in high school to go straight to NBA.
Hey,
That's a fact.
Jordan's got a college ring too.
Nobody.
LeBron went there.
Nobody
He would have won
went.
chip. He would have won college basketball 4 straight years if he wanted to. If he stayed in college, he never went there. So don't even talk
why-
about Jordan
he
winning.
couldn't even get his team in Cleveland in the playoffs the
North
first couple
Carolina
years.
championship.
Yeah.
Don't
He
even
couldn't
talk
even
about
get
it.
Cleveland in the playoffs the
Cleveland.
first couple years.
He could, yeah.
It's Cleveland.
Yeah, he had
If
some
you're a
solid
great
role
player in
players
the NBA, you
You
should be able to
realize
get your
if
team in the
Cleveland
playoffs.
offered me a
All right,
contract, I would say no.
LeBron should be the MVP right
Cleveland.
now. Enough of that conversation. I am sick of
Cleveland.
talking about him. He's a great player, but Cujo, you need to get off him. I mean, really. Find somebody else to satisfy
I
your
look what I
happiness.
see
Hey,
and
well-
I read what I read and I know the facts before I talk. Read the facts,
Okay.
Clay.
What facts are you
I'll
talking
give you a
about?
couple of facts right now. One
Where
more
are
thing.
these facts from?
The fact is Jordan is the greatest player. We know that. But there's also another fact that in every sport, somebody will always be better. Records are meant to be broken. Somebody will always be better than other people.
That's
It's all about era. If you're in the era, you watch this player play, you're going to love him more than any other era.
I don't agree with that at all.
It's a
I don't
fact.
agree with that at
That's
One,
definitely a
one
fact.
more note, MVP thing. Yes, I think we all agree LeBron's the MVP right now. But he's got 27 points a game, 7 assists, 8 boards. Durant's got 29 points a game, 5 assists, almost 8 boards. Their PERs,
so why is
PERs
he-
only 2
So,
apart.
you know,
Why is he?
you know
Why
the-
is he?
Their
Because
records are-
his
they're-
stats. Those doesn't talk. You have to
You
watch
know
them and
the
see
you
it.
know the sabermetrics. And I don't
You
know
just
if
said your eyes deceive you when
Since
you
you
watch
like
them.
going
Stats,
stats,
stats.
Cujo.
Oh,
Since you like going stats, you know the sabermetrics that all the math whizzes, the Jason Doros of the world, they use to calculate who the best players are.
yeah,
LeBron
yeah,
is
yeah.
only 3rd in the NBA when they calculate everything into
I don't
it
need
for how
math
much
in
he
my
helps his team.
basketball.
You just talked
You
about
just said the
statistics.
facts.
You're
the
so
stats.
full.
He brought the stat.
Take your stats and shove it up.
I don't
your-
have any
you know
stats,
what.
Clay. Do you realize that's why I don't write any stats?
You were just talking about the facts.
and
And
the
now, when we're talking about this,
There's nothing on there. There's
All
nothing on there.
I need to know is here.
You
and
said
what I read.
You said I want to hear facts. These are facts. The facts are the statistical differences them are between Durant
Except
and
LeBron
LeBron.
plays defense.
They're minuscule.
Look at defensive.
minuscule.
Look at defensive
hold
efficiency.
on.
Defensive
Hold on.
efficiency.
Let's look at the stats right here.
And the Thunder
Michael
have only
Jordan,
one more loss.
33.4 points per game. Allen Iverson, 29.7. Jerry West, 29.1.
Because they're scorers.
LeBron,
What's LeBron?
4th place? Oh, he's barely ahead of a Durant. I thought he was supposed to be great or something. So the stats are telling me that Michael Jordan's a better player and better finishing at the basket. Therefore, LeBron
there's no stats on your
is
phone
not
that
as good
tells
as you
he's a
think he
bad
is.
finisher. You have to go.
Yeah, they do. LeBron's better at the basket. I mean, LeBron's not as good at the basket as Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's a better free throw shooter, and that's part of
free
finishing.
throw. Yeah, for sure.
So what is finishing for you then?
Anything finishing free throws? Anybody can make free throws.
And why can't LeBron do it? Only
does.
7.5 out of 10 times.
They call it free for a reason. He still can't make it.
What do you mean he can't make it?
Brick
It's not
squad. All right,
it's not
next
like he should
segment.
like Dwight
We're
Howard.
moving on. Enough with you,
Joe.
Joe.
Is this a joke?
Should Derrick Rose play this year with his injury?
That's
There's a
another
lot of people
joke
say he can
topic.
play right now. There's different opinions. Jason, what do you think?
Well, I think that's up to him and the Chicago Bulls to decide. If he's 100%, he's healthy, he's ready to go. I don't see why not. The Bulls are a legit contender. We just said they have one of the best shots of being the Heat. I know the Heat are the favorite, but you just laugh at me.
I'm smiling at something else. Go
laugh
ahead.
at me?
Go ahead, talk.
And
talk.
right now the Bulls are still open to get anywhere from the 2 to the 6 seed, and that Eastern Conference, you never know what's going to happen. So if he's 100%, I say let him play.
Okay, Cujo, what do you think?
Actually, it was a curse when Adrian Peterson came back so fast to any other athlete. Now, I'm not saying Derrick Rose is not as good as Peterson talked about work-wise, but it was a curse as far as Peterson is a freak of nature, so then every other athlete is expected to make a quick comeback. I don't think Derrick Rose should play at all. The guy's a young player. He's going to be one of the best players for another 10 years. The Bulls are not going to win anything this year. This is a fact. Why should he come back and play 2 weeks?
Cujo, this is what bothers me about you.
Why should he come
and
back
I don't
and play
even
2
want to
weeks?
freak out because I'm done freaking out. My vocal cords, I'm trying to save them. That is not. I agree with you. I don't think the Bulls are going to win, but that is not a fact. That is so far from the truth. We don't know who's going to win the championship.
Yeah, but we know who's not.
You said the
Do you
only
think
team that can win it right now are the Spurs and the Heat.
Guess what, Cujo?
Talk about blasphemous.
And this might sound crazy.
Nobody's going to win
this
it
might sound crazy,
beside Miami and
but
Spurs.
I
Mark
agree
that.
with you for the most part, but we don't know that for sure. Before the '69 Mets won the World Series, they were in last place
baseball.
every single year. It's sports. It's the same thing. You don't know who's gonna. I agree with you. They're probably not gonna win the championship, but we don't know 100% sure.
I don't know who's going to win, but
Not
I know who's
100%
not
sure.
going to win. I tell you that much.
So there's zero chance that the Bulls win.
Yeah. Championship
You're saying that right now.
This year.
Okay.
Derrick Rose comes back or not. I mean, the guy's going to come back. He's not going to have this crossover for the first month. So you expect him to come back and dunk on everybody like he does usually?
He actually played 5-on-5 with the team
5
last
on
week,
5
and
with
they
the
said he was
team.
great.
That was practice. They probably let him do a couple laps because nobody wants to bump him a little bit. In the game, Clay, do you realize people are going to knock him out, knock him down a little bit, hit him a little bit?
No, they can't do that. They're not allowed to do that in the NBA anymore. I tried to.
People still do it.
He's
Because
been
it's called
recovering for
fouls.
what, 9-10 months now?
And so
I agree.
Peterson-
If he's not 100%, don't let him play.
Probably not going to be
He's Derrick
100%
Rose.
Joe,
for
you
this
think they should bring
season.
him back?
If he's 100%, if he says he's 100%, let him play because, like Jason said, he's a young player. Next year, the Bulls might have a shot. They might sweep
They're gonna-
Miami, if
probably
anything.
Sweet Miami.
Hey, they're one of the best teams with Rose. I have to agree with that. And, I'm thinking kind of long term instead of short term. I say rest that leg up until he's fully healed. And
I agree with you guys. I don't think not Cujo. Cujo doesn't know what he's talking about.
Thank you for that. You
I
always do
agree
it.
with you guys on if he's 100% healthy, he should come back. There's no scientific proof that he should wait a whole nother 6 months or whenever till the season's going to start. And the other thing is Joakim Noah has a back injury. Taj Gibson has a knee injury. Boozer's worthless, but they have plenty of guys that are injured, and they're all busting their butts to try to make a run this year. So if Derrick Rose is healthy, he has to play.
You heard him say it too, right? He doesn't mind sitting out the year. He's got a long career. He's not going to waste it on a year that people expect him to come back and be magical. And if I was him, I'll do what is best for me, which is wait it out.
Okay.
I have a long
right.
10-year
Well, if
career.
he's
Do you want to know the odds? I got another info from the guys in the control room. The odds for the NBA championship: Miami 3-2, Bulls 22-1 without Rose, Bulls with Rose 6-1. So Vegas would tend to agree with us.
0%?
Not that the Bulls will win.
Are you
but that
telling me
gives
you
them-
trust
right
Vegas?
there.
You trust Vegas?
I'm telling you that 6-1 odds tells me
6-1
that
is
you have a
pretty
pretty
good.
good chance.
yeah.
Thank you. Now, can we move on to the facts, reality? The reality is,
You know what's
find
great?
me when another team beside the
There
Spurs
is
or the
nothing-
Heat win the championship.
there is nothing-
Talk to me.
Goodness.
Listen, let me talk.
I
talk.
can't listen to you
Jason's
anymore.
about to
Let me
explode
talk.
over there.
Let me talk. There is nothing better than what's great about being in a free society than people that think they're always right, but typically they're
I don't
always
think I'm
wrong.
always right.
Ridiculous.
I'm
You
not
always think
always
you're
right. What
So
I see
let's
is
move
what I
on to the
see.
next topic.
My notes
Cujo,
are gone. I'm free ball. Free.
you can say what you want. It's fine. I'm just learning to deal with it. All right. If I'm gonna ask you guys a fantasy question because it'll never happen. If the United States, if soccer was our favorite sport and we poured all our passion into it, all our best athletes, would we be able to win the World Cup? Joe, we'll start with you.
No.
No, you don't think so?
Why would our best athletes play soccer?
Okay.
Joe.
Okay. Go ahead. Make your point. I'll come back.
I'm
and
just
roast
saying.
you.
I'm just saying. I'm not a soccer fan, as you can tell.
No,
and
that's not. Okay.
I'm not a big soccer fan. And why would you play soccer?
Well, I'm not. I agree with you, but I'm saying hypothetically speaking, I'm talking about if the best athletes all played soccer. If you had LeBron at goalie and Derrick Rose at
If
forward,
America
and
cared about
We wouldn't
soccer,
watch it because why would we watch?
okay, I'm joking. Pretend we do.
Pretend
We're dumb like French people, and we're just like, oh, you're over here watching all this stuff.
Oh, don't worry, I'll come back and roast you.
Do you think we'd be able to win the World Cup?
We are American. We're all athletes.
yes?
So
So
there's
you
a
think-
shot. Yeah, but
all right.
I wouldn't watch it because I
Fabrice,
ain't
what do you
watching
think?
soccer.
First of all, stop saying soccer. It hurts my ears. The game is called football.
Oh
Okay?
my goodness, we're in America.
In America,
Actually,
you stole the
actually,
name
in
because you
English,
hoped it made us
which is
more
the
popular,
native
but it
language
didn't.
of America, it's called soccer.
Blah,
So I'll
blah,
keep
blah,
calling it
blah,
soccer.
America. I call it football because that's the original sport. That's what it's called. Don't tell me soccer. What's
But
soccer?
it's not spelled like that. It's
Blah,
spelled
blah.
football.
Football. Now you're American football. No, I
No.
do like American football.
No, but if we're speaking English,
Whatever.
I mean, we are in
I'm
America, right?
football. If America were to bring all the best athletes and go play football or soccer for y'all, you will not win a game. It's not about athleticism or nothing. It's about knowing the game.
we already won 2 games last World Cup. What are you talking about?
We got to the round of 16, right?
Ghana went to the round of 16.
You
Ghana's
just said
not
we
even
would
that
not win
great.
a
They're
game
not even
if
that
we had the
great.
best
Yeah.
athletes, and we don't.
Okay, it's not about athleticism or anything. We know sports, obviously. It's nice to have athletes, right? But it's about knowing the game, Clay. Know the game.
What do you mean?
Just 'cause you're athletic don't mean you can play the
common
sport.
sense.
Exactly. If Americans cared, they would learn the game. They would learn
yeah.
Yeah,
soccer.
and you know how long do that take?
Cujo?
Do you know how long it would that take?
To kick a ball,
We are
kick
hypothetical
a ball
right now.
around, run around little field fairies.
Really?
Yeah.
Field fairies. Joe, you want to talk about fairies? Football, linemen. They're standing out there. They can't run. They call one play. They want water bottles. They take timeouts. Do you know
Because
what
they
soccer?
bust their butts for the
Do you know
running
why
back.
soccer doesn't have timeouts? Because we're men. You run it out. You're tired.
no,
You keep
no,
running
no,
because
no,
you're a
no.
man.
You don't keep running.
Now you're female.
I gotta do this. Red card in soccer, you're out of the game.
Okay, understand
Okay,
something.
you do not run it out. They half the time they're not moving.
Because you.
I watched the
every
World Cup
position.
last year.
You
They
don't
just
know
stand
anything about
there.
soccer. You
This
can
is
just
my
stand
turn.
there.
You guys have talked enough. I
I'm
played
not good
both
at
sports, so
anything
you
yet.
can't tell me anything.
Yeah.
Soccer is a soft sport. It was made for females. Ooh, he kicked me, red card. Like, football is a man's game.
Oh, that's
Yes.
a disgrace
I mean,
to our
I
nation.
hate to break it to you,
Yes.
but it's the truth. Actually, I don't hate to break it to you.
You
I
wanna
love to
hit the
break it to you.
truth? The
And
truth
for the,
is-
I'm gonna say it like this: soccer, because in America it's called soccer.
In
We're
America-
not in Europe.
All the world. How about that? The rest of the world.
don't-
Every other country in the world calls it football because that was
Where do we
what
live?
it's called.
Where do we live?
Where do we live?
Yeah, I
What
guess
is
we
the
live in
best country
America.
on earth?
No, I do love the United States. I love America, but
Don't say France.
you gotta understand something. Everybody has an origin, just like all of you. We were not all in America first place, so let's make that clear. Go back to the point, though.
Oh,
Going back
great.
to the point.
boring.
Going back to the point. That's not my point. Going back to the point. Soccer is not just about running. When you guys watch soccer, you see people running or some people not running, kicking the ball. There's a greater idea to the game that you guys can't
You
understand
mean like
until
the kids
you
in front
take
of our
your time.
school that like play keep away with the ball?
Whatever time we're talking about professional soccer, Clay, don't joke around. Be serious. Don't disrespect
do you want
the
me to
game.
be serious?
I
Do you want me to be
respect-
serious?
I respect other sports.
If the best athletes in America all played soccer, we would smash every other country. It wouldn't even be close.
That's a joke.
We have the best athletes in the world. That's why we
It's
win.
not about
That's why we win the
athlete-
Olympics
athleticism,
every time.
everything,
That's
Clay.
why we always win
It's
the Summer
about
Olympics.
knowledge of the
Who
game.
wins the Summer Olympics?
Of what?
Every year,
what do you mean,
Everything.
what?
All the medals, all the gold medals.
Who
USA
wins?
medals.
The USA, we cream everybody every time.
Dude, nobody. I'm not hitting on the United States at all. Do you understand? This is my country too. What I'm saying is, it's not
That's
about
debatable.
athleticism. There's a greater idea to soccer.
They would
that
have a
you
great
can't
idea.
really
The
understand
whole
until
point
you
is they
know
would
the
have a
game.
great idea if they all played soccer from a young
That would
age.
take
like
a
the rest
time.
of the world.
Okay? That's
I
my
know you're
whole
not
It's
point.
gonna
never
mind
gonna
this
happen.
comparison.
Thank God. I mean,
But-
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna hear it, Jason.
No, you're probably gonna zone out. Okay,
I'm
but
zoning you out now.
basketball and soccer. Americans, obviously, we have the best basketball players. Okay, we've seen that
Oh, yeah, by
year
far.
over and over.
Year by year.
And basketball, it's easier to dominate than soccer. Soccer, you can score one goal and maybe you'll win. Maybe you'll have a shootout.
See,
in
that's
the end
that's
if
what
it's
they
a tie.
told you soccer was
So-
in America. That's not what soccer is. Soccer is not in America. What you're seeing, that's not soccer. If you want real soccer,
What is it?
watch real soccer.
Cujo,
what
the
is
last
real
Women's
soccer?
World Cup
Explain
was-
to us.
No.
Explain
The
to
last
us.
World Cup is not real
was decided
soccer.
by
The
a-
soccer you guys
by a
watching,
shootout.
that's a disgrace to the game.
Hold on. First of
That is
all,
a horrible
no,
game. That's
first
not
of all,
the
listen.
game I know.
No, listen to me, because I promised my mom I wouldn't yell as much this week. If you're talking about real, you're acting as if we watch the USA play like Major League Soccer. Can we all step back and laugh about that for a minute? I mean, we don't watch soccer.
I know you don't watch it. That's
You know
a
why?
fact.
Because there's paint drying somewhere across the street I'd rather watch.
Okay.
I mean, seriously.
Hey.
Why watch soccer why watch the World Cup when I can see the whole thing on SportsCenter? There's 3 goals in the game. I can see them all on
But can you
SportsCenter.
tell me
Instead of
this?
spending like
Rap.
a whole day
But you
watching the
understand
game.
one thing, that soccer is the most profitable, popular.
It's not the most. It's not the most profitable. The NFL is
in
more
Europe-
profitable than all the.
Who's the
all
highest
soccer.
earning team in the world?
That's one team. The NFL from top to bottom,
top
they
5.
earn more
How
than
many
all the
teams
soccer
in
teams.
soccer are in the top 5 in highest earning every single year?
You're
One.
only talking about
3.
the top, though, Cujo.
Manchester
Three.
United.
You're only
United.
talking about the top. The NFL is more valuable as
Real
a league
Mad-
than all those
Yeah,
leagues.
the NFL
It's
is
a fact.
above
You're
America.
just
a
talking
whole,
about facts.
the
It's a
NFL.
fact. So it's not more profitable.
Because you play
Go
in
back
much
to
different
my.
countries. and
Where's
it's-
my sheet again?
And
Go
I don't
back to
care
my
about
point.
money. Money doesn't decide any of that for me.
Oh,
All right,
what-
well, that's enough for this show. We had some great arguments. Cujo
I feel
made
like
some
we're just
good
cut off
points.
in the middle.
We'll see you next week. Thank you for joining us.
I got the magic in me. Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold. Everybody knows I got the magic in me.